Hey, you guys. Sorry I have to move. I hate that when I'm not like right in the center. It drives me nuts. I'm a little OCD. So today we are recording our Kundalini class because I'm going to be out of town this Sunday. I'll be with my family. I got to meet, my mom was adopted and we got to meet her sisters for the very first time last year. And we're actually going to get to meet the rest of our family this week when we go to Seattle. So I'm super, super excited. And I appreciate you guys allowing me to do this pre-recorded as opposed to live. Thank you for that. And today we are going to be doing a Kriya for my brain. I lost it. Elevation. Wanted to say expansion. So this Kriya for elevation is a deep relaxation which allows you to enjoy and consciously integrate the mind-body changes which have been brought about during the practice of this Kriya. It allows you to sense the extension of the self through the magnetic field and the aura and allows the physical body to deeply relax. And the self, of course, is our soul space, that truth of our being, not our physical embodiment, right? The physical embodiment is an aspect of the self, but it is not the entirety of the self. And last week I told you guys I was reading the Life and Teaching of the Masters of the Far East. I'm still reading it. And of course, you know, most everything that I teach you guys is going to be based off of whatever I'm learning in the moment. And because this is what I'm reading and this is what I'm learning in the moment, this is what we're talking about. And I really love these books. Again, if you guys need something right now, this could be a really good option for y'all. And essentially what they're talking about here is like when we ask for something, right? When we ask of the universe, when we ask of God, when we ask of spirit for things to be manifested into this time and space. You know, I think a lot of the times we're totally reliant on just ourselves, that we're all alone doing it all by ourselves. And maybe like, you know, there's not other physical people helping us that are like right here, tangible, that I can see and feel, but there's always spirit assisting us, lifting us up, drawing us towards our highest and greatest good, trying to help us, trying to offer us whatever it is that we need to shift forwards. And in the book, they were basically talking about how like when there is a need for something greater, then you ask. You don't just sit there and panic or toil away and try to do it all by yourself. You ask. You ask for the thing, and you ask for the help in manifesting it and drawing it forward, right? And so basically what they were saying is, I'm going to read a little bit for you guys. It says, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. Now go deep, deep down within your soul, not with forebodings, fear, and unbelief, but with a glad, free, thankful heart, knowing that that which you stand in need of is already yours. The secret lies in getting, at one moment, getting the consciousness of it, and then holding firmly and never deviating though all the earth should oppose. And that is something that I think we typically get off track with, right? We allow the doubts, the fears, other people's opinions, perceptions, our own internal voice to shift us off track, to infiltrate our desire of our heart with doubt and ideas of lack and all of these kinds of things. And it kind of poisons that experience. Of course, I can do nothing, says Jesus. The Father that dwells in me, he does the work. It's through the God inside of you that you're going to access the desire of the heart. It's through that aspect of your being, not the physical embodiment of your being, not all of your certifications, not all of the things you think you did to achieve this or that. No, it's through the God inside of you that everything comes, right? Have faith in God. Have faith and doubt not. Have faith and fear not. Now remember, There is no limitation to God's power. All things are possible. And I'll be real with you guys. For a long time, religion was a really touchy thing for me, and I'm still not a religious person by any stretch of the imagination. I do not conform to a church or any other specific teaching. I like to come to that through my own experience. And it's just been in the last while that I'm comfortable saying the word God again. And for me, that's because it was important for me to recreate my own foundation for which I believe, right? And that had to come from within me. And so, of course, I understand, I'm utilizing these terminologies, but always we can understand that Jesus was a way shower, just like Buddha, just like so many others that have come, and that God is the same term for source, universe, great spirit, divine, whatever that name is for you. This is all still appropriate, right? This is terminology that was utilized in the 1800s to express to a Western world what was going on. Now, I'm comfortable with this terminology once again, but I understand if you're not, and so do understand that you can utilize or put in whatever word makes you feel more comfortable and safe, right? It says, use positive words in making your request. There is not but the perfect condition desired. Then plant in your soul the perfect seed idea, in that alone. Now ask to manifest health and not to be healed of disease. That's a pretty big deal, right? I'm not asking to be healed of a specific disease that I'm taking ownership of and naming and labeling and all of these things. I'm simply asking for the manifestation of the health. To express harmony and realize abundance. Not to be delivered from inharmony, misery, and limitations. So instead of utilizing those words that have a quote-unquote negative aspect to them, we want to flip that coin to the other side and look for, what am I asking for that is going to draw me towards my highest and greatest good? What do I need that's going to draw me towards my highest and greatest good? Health, harmony. I lost my place. Health, harmony, abundance, all of those kinds of things, right? Throw these off as you would discard old garments. They are old, only outgrown things. You can afford to discard them joyfully. Do not even turn to gaze upon them. They are nothing. Fill the seemingly blank spaces about you with the thought of God, infinite good. Then remember, the word God is a seed. It must grow. Leave the how and when and where to God. Your work is merely to say what you want and to give forth blessings, knowing that at the very moment that you have asked, you have received. All the details of this bringing forth is the work of the Father. Remember, He does the work. Do faithfully your part. Leave and trust God's part to Him. Ask, affirm, look to God for what you want, and then receive God's fulfillment. Keep the thought of God's abundance always in mind. If any other thought comes, replace it with that of God's abundance and bless that abundance. Give thanks constantly if need be, that the work is done. Do not go back again to the asking. Just bless and give thanks that the work is done, that God is working in you, that you are receiving that which you desire. For you desire only the good, that you may give out the good to all. Let this be in silence and in secret. Pray to your Father in secret, and your Father who sees the secret of your soul will reward you openly. So I want us to get a good grip on when we're asking for things, when we're seeking to manifest our desires of our heart into the world, because the desires of our heart are the expression of our God energy through our human experience, that divine expressing itself through our humanity. So remember, and even if it's your higher self, your word for God is your higher self, you're still working through that greater aspect of your being. That is what we're talking to. That is what we're responding to. And there are laws of the universe that basically talk about how we ask for these things. And one of the things that I thought was super, super important was to focus on what we want to get to where we want to go, not what we don't want. Don't ask to not have what you don't want. Ask for what you want. And then have faith that it's already done. Because you are this manifestation of divine being, not some lowly human, it is already done. But it will happen on its own time. So as things manifest into this physical realm, don't panic, don't stress out, don't fret, don't allow those negative old stories to rise up and influence and poison your desire of your heart. But hold strong in your own faith, knowing that it has already been done. It's already been done. And anytime those old thoughts come up, it basically says, be grateful. Bless the situation. Say, I am so grateful that I am healthy. I asked for health. I received the health. And I am so grateful for the health that I have received. Stop looking at the physical realm with your mortal eyes, and you have to learn to look beyond into the spiritual realm, where all things are possible, where all things are being created, where all things are coming forth. All of the work is being done to draw them into the physical realm so that the vibrational things are shifting that are necessary to shift. We're letting go of what's necessary for us to let go of so that we can actually receive the thing, right? Bless it. Stop infiltrating it with the poisonous thoughts that it's not going to happen, that it's not coming true, that it didn't work, or whatever it is story that you tell yourself. So I just want us thinking about that today and thinking about how do I ask for things, like how do I put forth those requests to the universe, to God, to divine, to source, to my higher self. What does that conversation look like? How does that experience occur for me? And is there anywhere that I could potentially tweak that's going to give me more availability to get more of those desires of my hearts brought into this physical realm? So we're going to go ahead and get started with our Kriya today, that Kriya for elevation. We want to draw ourselves into that vibrational space where we're ready to receive, okay? Any of those desires of the heart, any of those things that we've put out there, we're going to elevate our spirit so that we can receive as much of those beautiful gifts as we can today. So let's go ahead and start by tuning in. Remaining in our easy seated posture, dropping the shoulders back and down, finding your breath. Collarbones are lifting up towards the chin, dropping the chin ever so slightly back and down, creating that beautiful long line for the energy to move within your being, from the tip of the tailbone to the crown of the head. And sinking into your own expansiveness through your breath, through your energetic vibration. Make sure you're drawing that breath into the belly. Pressing the belly up away from the body on the inhalation and drawing the navel towards the spine on the exhale. We're going to tune in with those words Ang Namo Gurudev Namo. tuning into the soul space, tuning into the spirit, tuning into that God energy. Great Spirit. Taking the palms of the hands, start rubbing them briskly together in front of that heart space. Tuck the thumbs into the breastbone, hands are in prayer pose. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And then inhale to begin. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale deeply, suspend your breath, apply your root lock if it's in your practice, drawing that pelvic floor upward and inward. Out on your moon cycle, not pregnant, no hypertension, glaucoma, things of that nature. Exhale, release those hands. Keep those eyes closed. Just continue to breathe into your body for a moment and just feeling into the energetic shift of simply tuning in to the nature of your own being, accessing that beautiful divine spirit within. Slowly and gently open up those eyes whenever you're ready. We're going to come into our first exercise, which is our breath of fire. Again, if you are compromised in any way, you have any kind of high blood pressure issues, glaucoma, pregnancy, moon cycle, do not practice this breath. And we tell you that for your own safety. You want to instead practice with a long, deep breath, okay? But if it's within your practice today, we're going to inhale and lift those arms up at a 60-degree angle. We're going to plant our fingertips into the pads of our hands. Thumbs are going to be directly upward into the sky, plugging those thumbs upward into that divine energy, keeping those arms super straight, dropping the shoulders back and down. Heart is radiating forward. We're going to begin our breath of fire, using that navel to forcefully press that air in and out. Make sure you are doing the work with the belly, not with the upper portion of the lungs. Close those eyes, draw your attention upward towards that brow point center. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale to begin. You're going to be here for 2 minutes, utilizing that breath of fire to burn away all of those energies that would keep you limited, all of the doubts, all of the fears, all of the things that poison and taint the desire of the heart. We're going to burn all of those things away with this beautiful breath of fire. You're already 40 seconds in. 30 seconds left. Inhale deeply. Take those thumbs to touch overhead, suspending the breath. Apply Mula Bandha if it's within your practice. Exhale, super, super, super slow and gentle, releasing those arms all the way back down to the earth. You're going to hold that exhalation out for just a moment, ever so briefly. Keep that Mula Bandha applied. And then inhale whenever you need to. Relax the body. Take those hands, gently resting them on the knees. Close the eyes for a moment and feel into the energetic shift of your own being. Gently opening up those eyes whenever you're ready. We're going to move into our next exercise, taking the hands to the center of the shin bone. We're going to inhale, flex the spine forward. Exhale, flex the spine back, keeping those shoulders in the same place, and the head is going to stay the same as well. So the crown of the head is parallel to the sky. You're not going to tuck your chin into the chest. You want to keep it level. Inhale forward, exhale back. Close those eyes, draw your attention, your awareness back inside of your own being. You're going to be here for 2 minutes. This exercise stimulates and stretches the lower and mid spine. In the heart of my being, I am one with God, and I recognize you as being. The divine. You are spirit, omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. You are wisdom, love, and truth. The power and substance and intelligence of which through which all things are created. You are the life of my spirit, the substance of my soul, the intelligence of my thoughts. I am expressing you in my body and in my affairs. You are the beginning and the end, the very all of the good which I can express. The desire of my thought, which is planted in my soul, is quickened by your life in my spirit in the fullness of time, through the law of faith. It is brought into visibility in my experience. I know that good, and I desire already. What I desire already exists in spirit in invisible form, but awaits the fulfillment of law to be made visible. And I know that I already have. Inhale deeply, come back to center. Suspending your breath, apply your root lock. Exhale, release the lock. Gently resting the palms of the hands on the knees, keeping those eyes closed for a moment, breathing into the body. Keeping that awareness inside of your own being. Gently opening up those eyes whenever you're ready so that we can move on to our next exercise. We're going to take those hands, gently resting them over the shoulder, fingertips towards the front, thumbs towards the back. Inhaling, twisting to the left side, exhaling and twisting to the right. Closing those eyes, drawing your attention and your awareness back up towards the third eye. You're going to be here for 2 minutes, matching that breath with the movement. The words which I now speak outline to you. My God, that which I desire. As a seed, it is planted in the soil of my soul, and moved upon by your quickening life in my spirit. It must come forth. I allow only your spirit, wisdom, love, and truth to move in my soul. I desire only that which is good for all, and now I ask you, Father, to bring it forth. God within me, I ask to express love, wisdom, strength, and eternal youth. I ask to realize harmony, happiness, and abundant prosperity, that I may have the understanding direct from you of the method of bringing forth from the universal substance that which will satisfy every good desire. This is not for self, but that I may have the understanding so that I may be of service to all your children. This exercise stimulates and stretches the lower and mid spine. A little less than 10 seconds to go. Inhale back to center. Suspend the breath, apply your root lock. Exhale, very slowly and gently releasing the elbows back to the rib cage, gently releasing the hands down onto the knees, keeping the eyes closed and breathing into the body. Slowly and gently opening up those eyes whenever you're ready. We're going to stretch our legs out long in front of us. And if you cannot take your peace fingers and wrap them around your big toes, you can gently rest the palms of your hands somewhere on the shin bones, never on the joints. We don't want to put our hands on the joint of our knees or our ankles. But you can always reach just above those ankles if that feels better. But if you can, you're going to wrap the big toes or the two fingers, the peace fingers around the big toes, pressing the thumb into the center of the toenail, stimulating that life nerve or that sciatic nerve. We're going to inhale as we're upwards. Exhale, release those elbows down, forehead towards the knees. Inhaling up, exhaling down. You're going to be here for 2 minutes. Ensure that you're using a nice, powerful breath with this exercise. Inhaling up, exhaling down. This exercise works on the lower and upper spine. That which I desire is already in visible form. I form in my mind only that which I desire. As a seed begins its growth underground in the quiet, in the dark, so does my desire now take form in the silent, invisible realm of my soul. I enter my closet and shut the door quietly and confidently. I now hold my desire in mind as already fulfilled. God, I now wait for the perfect outpicturing of my desire. Within me, I thank you now. In the invisible, the fulfillment of my desire is always established, and I know that you have poured out lovingly and lavishly to all an abundance of your treasure, that you have filled every good desire of my life, that I may partake of your opulent supply, that I may realize my oneness with you, and that all of your children may realize the same, and that whatever I have, I may pour out to help all your children. All that I have, I give to you. All of your children. We are all the expression of the divine. Every single one of us. Inhale up. Suspending your breath, apply your root lock, continuing to press those thumbs into the toenails. Remaining in posture, exhale. Hold the breath out for a moment. Inhale, super slow and gentle. Rise up, drawing those palms back up. Close your eyes, breathing into the body for a moment. Gently opening up those eyes whenever you're ready. This next posture is a little bit different, so if you need to modify, please be sure to do so. It says for us to come up on our right knee. We're going to drop our glutes down onto that heel, and that heel is going to be kind of like directly up towards the perineum. Now, if you cannot grasp onto the big toe with both hands, you can again gently rest the palms of the hands down on the shin bone. If you cannot come up on your heel, then you can simply take that leg in towards the body, just like this, of the foot into the left thigh. So just listen to your body and do whatever it is that's best for you today. Once you're in posture, we're going to drop the elbows towards the earth, forehead towards the knee, and we're going to begin our breath of fire here, utilizing the point center to forcefully press the air in and out through the nostrils. Those thumbs are pressed into the center of the big toe. We're going to be here for 1 minute. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale to begin. Substituting those long, deep breaths. If you cannot engage in the breath of fire at this time. This exercise helps elimination, stretches the sciatic nerve, and brings circulation to the upper torso. You have 20 seconds left. Holding this posture, inhale. Exhale. Spin the breath out for a moment. Apply your Mula Bandh. And then inhale. Rise up, release the lock. Come down off of that right foot and take it to the other side. If you need to kick out those legs for a moment, go ahead and do so. And then we're going to come up on the left knee, drop the glutes down onto the heel, lengthen through the right leg. Take those peace fingers, wrapping both hands around that big toe, pressing the thumbs into the center of the toenail, or resting the hands somewhere on the shin bone. Listen to your body. Hinging forward, dropping the elbows towards the earth, forehead towards the knees. Focus your attention at your brow point center and begin your breath of fire. Forceful breath, in and out through the nostrils. Gentle pressure on the toenail. You only have 30 seconds left. Keep that torso stretched forward. Inhale. Exhale. Suspend the breath out. Apply your root lock. And then inhale, rise up. Release yourself down off of that left foot. Kick those legs out in front of you. Pedal them out for a moment. Close your eyes and breathe into your body. Open up those eyes whenever you're ready. This time we're going to open up those legs. We're not trying to do the splits here. We're just opening up those legs. And again, if you can take your peace fingers, wrap them around the big toes, pressing the thumbs into the thumb toenail, do so. If not, you can gently rest the palms of the hands on the shin bone somewhere that feels comfortable and safe for you. We're inhaling up. Inhaling up. Exhale, drop the forehead down towards the left knee. Inhale up. Exhale, take the forehead down towards the right knee. Inhale back to center. Exhale, forehead to left knee. Inhale back to center. Exhale, forehead to the right knee. Inhale back up, continuing to alternate. You're going to be here for 1 minute. Bring that head down to the left knee and then inhale back to center. Exhale, bring the head down to the right knee and inhale back to center, utilizing a powerful breath. This exercise develops flexibility of the lower spine and sacrum and changes the magnetic field. You have less than 20 seconds left. Inhale back to center. Suspend your breath and apply your root lock. Keep that spine super straight. Exhale, release the lock. This time we're going to inhale up. Exhale, drop the forehead straight down in front of you as you hinge forward from those hips. Inhale up. Exhale down, keep the spine straight. You don't want to round through the spine, but keep it super straight as you hinge forward from those hips. You're going to be here for 1 minute. Forceful breath, stretching that spine straight. Exhaling, bringing the forehead to the floor. You only have about 20 seconds left. Inhale to center. Suspend your breath. Exhale. Hold the breath out for just a moment and apply your root lock. Inhale, rise back up. Draw the palms back up towards the top of the thighs. Take those legs together. Shake them out if you need to. Close those eyes and breathe into the body. Relax. Gently opening up those eyes whenever you're ready. We're going to come up onto our hands and knees so that we can come into our cobra pose. Gosh, I cannot speak. Walk those legs back. Tops of the feet are flat into the earth, releasing the thighs, the hips, the belly down into the earth. Take those hands back. Keep those elbows tight in towards the body. Fingertips are in alignment with the nipples. The gaze is forward. Pressing the palms into the earth, lifting that upper body up away from the mat. Gaze is forward. You're going to close those eyes, drawing your attention, your awareness to your third eye. Glutes are engaged, feet are to touch, beginning your breath of fire. You're going to be here for 2 minutes. Arching the spine, vertebra by vertebra, from the neck to the base of the spine until those arms are straight. You can allow for a gentle bend in those elbows. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. You're nearly 1 minute in. You only have about a minute to go. Core is engaged. Shoulders are stacked on top of the wrists. This exercise balances the sexual energy and draws the prana to balance apana so that the Kundalini energy can circulate to higher centers in the following exercises. Inhale, arching that spine. Exhale, hold the breath out briefly and apply that root lock. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly, 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 lowering those hips down, the belly, relaxing the spine, vertebra by vertebra, gently resting one cheek into the earth. You draw those arms back to frame the body. And relax here for a moment, lying on the stomach, breathing into the body. Take those hands forward, drawing those palms up towards the chest line. Inhale, press into the palms, draw yourself upright into a tabletop position, and then into that easy seated posture as you release the glutes down, swing the legs around in front of you. So we can move into our next exercise. We're going to come into some shoulder shrugs. So just keeping yourself in this easy seated posture. We're going to inhale, draw the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, releasing them back down. Inhaling up, exhaling down, continuing on. Eyes are closed. Focus is at the third eye. Continue to rhythmically move those shoulders with powerful breath. 1 minute. This exercise balances the upper chakras and opens the hormonal gate to the higher brain centers. We only have a couple more exercises left. Inhale, keep those shoulders up towards those ears. Spin the breath and apply your Bula Band. Exhale, releasing the shoulders down away from those ears. Relaxing into the body, releasing the lock. Keeping those eyes closed for a moment. Gently opening up those eyes whenever you're ready. We're going to take some gentle neck circles here. Inhale deeply. Exhale, dropping the chin to the chest. Right ear to right shoulder, crown of the head to the back of the room, left ear to left shoulder, continuing on. Moving super slow, moving with grace and ease, pausing and breathing into any tension or resistance. Not forcing or pressing, just gently rotating that head around the neck. We're going to be here for 1 minute, and we're going to switch sides, balancing out both sides of our body. Inhaling from the front to the back and exhaling from the back to the front. Next time you find your chest towards your chin towards the chest, take the rotation in the opposite direction for 1 more minute. Matching the breath with the movement. Come back to center. Inhale deeply. Suspending the breath, apply your root lock. Exhale, release the lock. Relax into the body for a moment with those eyes closed. Gently opening up those eyes whenever you're ready. We're going to come up onto our knees in rock pose. We're going to engage in Sat Kriya. Sat Kriya, we use that mantra Sat Nam. Sat. We pull the navel towards the spine. Nam, you relax the belly. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. We're going to draw the arms overhead, pointer finger directly into the sky, interlacing the rest of those fingers and crossing whatever thumb over top feels most comfortable and safe. Hugging those ears with the biceps. Close the eyes, draw the attention, the awareness back inside, drop the chin back ever so slightly and down. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale to begin. Sut, nam, sut, nam, sut, nam, sut, nam, sut, nam, sut, nam, sut, nam. Continue on. You're going to be here for 3 minutes. Utilizing that mantra, Sat Nam. I am truth. Truth is my name. Truth is my identity. That divine expression of God first and foremost, all the time. Squeeze the muscles tight from the buttocks all the way up the back past the shoulder on the inhale. And mentally allow the energy to flow through the top of the skull. Exhaling deeply. Sat Kriya circulates the Kundalini energy through the cycle of the chakras, aids in digestion, and strengthens the nervous system. You're already 1 minute in. More than 1 minute. Don't be afraid to really chant that mantra nice and loud. Allow it to vibrate throughout the entirety of your being. Use that navel point center. 2 minutes in. 15 seconds. Inhale deeply and squeeze that energy up from the base of the spine, up that spine towards the crown of the head. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And as you inhale, suspend that breath at the top. Exhale fully and completely. Inhale deeply, suspending the breath. Apply root lock. Exhale. Suspend the breath out for a moment. Apply Mula Bandha. Inhale and release. Drop those hands down, super slow and gentle, caressing the aura the entire way down to the earth. Releasing yourself down away from those heels. We're going to come down into our easy pose position. Cross those legs. Back of the arms are at the sides. Palms are face up as they gently rest on those knees. You can even come into Gyan Mudra here, dropping those fingertips down towards the earth. Pointer finger and thumb connect. Long, deep breaths, relaxing into your body for just another moment before you find your final Shavasana posture. Inhale deeply. Apply your Mula Bandha. Suspend your breath. Exhale. Release your mudra. Drop yourself down into your final Shavasana posture, corpse pose. Allowing the body to fully relax, releasing yourself into the earth. Consciously relax every part of the body from the tip of the toes to the crown of the head. Following the breath. Sinking into the earth on every exhalation. Feeling her rise up to support you, to nurture you, to sustain you. No act or thought of mine shall deny that I have already received in spirit the fulfillment of my desire, and it is now brought forth into perfect visibility in spirit, in soul, in mind, in body. I am true to my desire. I have perceived my good in spirit. I have conceived it as a perfect idea in soul, and I have given true thought form to my desire. I now bring into visibility, or true manifestation, my perfect desire. I thank you, Father, Mother, God, that I now have love, wisdom, and understanding, life, health, strength, and eternal youth, harmony, happiness, abundant prosperity, and the method of bringing back forth from the universal substance that which will satisfy every good desire. Very slowly and gently start coming back to the body, drawing the attention back to the self, focusing on the deepening of the inhalation and exhalation. Gently wiggling the fingers and toes. Wrapping hands around the wrists, feet around the ankles, if you wish. Taking the full body stretches, cat stretches that are necessary to draw you back into this physical body. Taking the knees into the chest and giving yourself a tight squeeze. And then rocking and rolling forward and backward onto the spine multiple times until you draw yourself upright into a comfortable seated posture. So we can finish our practice today with 3 long Satnams. I am truth, truth is my name, truth is my identity. Take those hands into prayer pose, tuck the thumbs into the breastbone, inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale to begin. Satnam. 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 Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. I hope you guys gleaned something from it. For me, it was a really powerful thing. It's helping us to remember that we're not alone. Spirit is always with us. However you choose to see that spirit, Remembering the verbiage can be different. It's interchangeable as to whatever feels most comfortable and safe to you. Don't be completely turned off by what I read just because of the utilization of the terms. Make it yours. That's what we do. We take what works for us and we leave the rest. Make it work for you if you need to. Change things to make it feel comfortable and safe. You know, um, and remembering too that faith in who and what we are, that we are these expressions of divinity first and foremost, always, always. That expression of divinity manifesting as humanity, and everything is open to us. We are creator energy. That is what we're here to do. Ask for help when we need it, but at least now we know how to do it in a way that is the most accessible, right? So thank you for joining me. I hope y'all had an awesome day, and I will look forward to seeing you guys live next week. Bye.